So you're born and raised Orlando?
Born in Washington D.C. and
Oh,
moved
wow.
to Florida to go to college. I moved to Miami.
Who is born in Washington D.C.? Like other than like illegitimate politicians' babies. Like I can't imagine. I just have never met anyone who's born in Washington D.C. unless you were born of illegitimate politician.
I was. This is Georgetown Hospital, the Alexandria Hospital, all of
Okay.
them right there. So.
All right. Cool.
You know
How
who
did?
else was born in Washington D.C.? Dave Chappelle.
Okay. Interesting. Did you watch his latest special?
I only saw clips. I don't have Netflix because I canceled it because of cuties.
Yeah, as you should have.
I was
Yeah.
one of those. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I'm just gonna. So, but there's enough clips online to see why everybody was mad,
Yeah.
or the right people were mad. Put it that way.
At
So
Cuties or the Dave Chappelle
no, Dave
special? Okay.
Chappelle. Oh
Yeah.
man, God, cuties was like, dear God.
I can't believe it. Yeah, I can't believe
Yeah.
it's still up. It's still a thing. It
So
makes me so mad.
that was my personal protest. You know, I'm not gonna storm out with the Netflix folk now, with the community, and get Dave Chappelle taken down.
Yeah, I don't know if it went so well. I think a couple of the trans employees got fired. They tried to stage a walkout. I don't know if that ended up happening, but I don't know. It's and
What a
did
crazy world.
you watch Gary on Tim Pool the other
Yeah.
day? Yeah, I think I have the same point of view as he did on that. Like he not all of his special was like joke after joke after joke, like some of his other specials have been. A lot of it was just stream of consciousness thinking and just common sense stuff like that we're all thinking.
I mean,
and everyone's like, woo, you're a black comedian, we're gonna applaud you. Whereas like if a white person said it, you'd be like, oh.
I mean, as a comedian, do they not remember like Richard Pryor?
No, people have
Or
very
even
short memories.
early Eddie Murphy, like Eddie Murphy Raw, like they didn't hold back.
Yeah, no,
You know?
social media has ruined everyone's attention span and nobody thinks back to that. Cause not, I mean, of course, the comedy nerds, the comedy lovers remember all that. And you don't have to tell those people that it's a joke, but the average person is just like on TikTok and buying shit off Amazon and just going to work every day, not really thinking about it much.
It's a weird time.
Yeah, it is a weird time. And
it's a weird time to be a comedian.
It sure
That's for sure.
It never feels like a good time to be a comedian. Not once in 11 years of doing stand-up has it felt like a great time to be a comedian. Like it's always, it's not an easy career path. There's no.
I would assume not. I've been to some shows where a guy just, dropped a huge goose egg. I can only imagine what that feels like. No, I can't imagine what that feels like. But you start to, after like 10 minutes in, you're like, dang, somebody rescue this poor soul.
Well, the thing is like you need a few of those sets to know what works and what doesn't work. And sometimes it's not even necessarily your material. It's your delivery. It's like your energy on stage. Like people can just feel if you're not comfortable. So a lot of times it doesn't matter what you're saying.
You've had a bomb
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. Like when I was really new, sure. But now I'm at the point where like a joke will bomb. Like my whole set is not going to bomb because I've been testing these jokes for like years. And
don't you have to fill out the different areas?
What do you mean?
Like to make a joke in Alabama would be different to make a joke in New York?
Yes and no. There's a lot of people who could not cut it in other basically outside of LA or New York, because so much of their set is like subways and hooking up and Tinder, but you'd be surprised too how much most people like kind of laugh at a lot of the same stuff. And I think the most important thing to know about the area you're in is like kind of where they fall politically, generally, how well off the neighborhood is that they're in, like knowing what neighborhoods are less well off and better well off. So that helps with like crowd work. And of course, like listening, and you can tell by the host of the feature, like listening to like maybe where they are politically. And you can also discover that just in your own set. But enough about me.